So she said that we always try to ask our scholars there why in certain prayers we got to pray 4 rakat and in other times have to pray 3 and sometimes 2. Also why during the pilgrimage we have to throw 7 stones, not 6 or 5 for instance. And the answer given by the scholar said if we will tell you for instance to throw 6 not 7, you will ask another question why not 8 and so on and so forth. Therefore here we put a full stop and stop you from asking those kinds of questions. She wants to know,
but they should give some
yes.
example, you know,
yeah.
of how would they answer this question.
The answer they gave it,
they don't give any answer on the plea that if we answer why 7, then instead of 7, if there are 6, you should ask the same question, then we have to answer again.
Yes.
Why it should be 6, should not be 6, and so on. So they avoid the answer under the plea of a reasonable attitude. And the reasonable attitude they display is only an admission of ignorance. We don't know. Exactly, it's true, they do not know. But the questioners ask them to enlighten them as to the possible wisdom underlying these teachings. And those who require this from their ulama are fully justified, because the Holy Quran speaks of its teachings not bereft of wisdom, but it speaks of its teaching with underlying wisdom beneath it, which also has to be explained. Because in Surah Jummah, in the beginning we read, وَيُعَلِّمُهُمُ الْكِتَابَ وَالْحِكْمَةَ إِنْ كَانُوا مِنْ قَبْلُ لَفِي ضَلَالٍ مُبِينٍ. The Holy Prophet did not only teach the book, which the ulama do, but also al-hikmah. So if the Muslims turn to the question of hikmah, what is the hikmah, at least they should try to find out some and satisfy the query. Backwards, your question regarding the 7 stones or pebbles to be thrown at the Satans was already asked yesterday and answered by me. Which are the 7 doors to hell? Was the question. Was it raised by you or somebody else? You did. Aisha did. What are the 7 doors to hell? So Satan enters through those 7 doors. And you pelt all the seven openings which are, occupied by Satan, which are commanded by Satan. So there have to be 7 stones. Each stone for the wrong employment of your senses, your mind, and your heart. As far as the number 4 is concerned, 4 are the, first of all, the wings of the angels described in the book are 4 here on this earth. But they will become 8 in the hereafter. Those who carry the throne of God, the number of angels becomes 8 there. But here on the earth they are described as 2, 3, 4 and 5. 2, 3 and 4. Not more than 4. Now what are these 4 things? These 4 wings are in fact indicative of God's attributes. And Surah Fatiha gives just 4 attributes of God, which are Rabbul Alameen, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, and Malik Yawmiddin. So each attribute is represented by an angel. And the attributes of God are related to the angels in the sense that they specifically take care of rububiyat or rahmaniyat or rahimiyat or malikiyat. So that is the significance of number 4. But the Holy Quran does not present the image of an angel with only one wing, 2, 3 or 4.
Yes.
Read the relevant verse. A single winged angel is never mentioned. So the 2 attributes are represented by 2 angels and 2 rakats. 4 attributes are represented by 4 angels or 4 rakat. 3 rakat represent the 3 attributes and 3 angels. So the number tallies with the others, other similar numbers so perfectly that one is amazed. It could not have happened by accident. It has to be designed. So 2 and 4 we understand, and 3 lies in between. But what else is the significance of number 3 in our prayers? That I have already spoken about repeatedly during my various question and answer sessions, but here again for your benefit I'll remind you that in all the prayers which are farz, the 5 times prayers of the day, including not including all those which are called farz, there is just one namaz which does not have even number but has an odd number, which is Maghrib, right? All the rest are even numbers. This has another significance other than what I have already told you. Ahmad sallallahu alaihi wasallam always did things in odd numbers instead of even numbers, things which man can do of his own choice. Because he said Allah is odd in number, so he loves the odd number. So it's a completely different type of significance which lies in the emotional attachment to God and His unity. So that is why all the prayers which are obligatory, with the addition of one prayer which is Maghrib, which is also obligatory, are turned into odd numbers. Because when you add 1 to 100,000, the ultimate result would still be odd. So although we would be saying prayers in 2s and 4s, when you add Maghrib prayer, then the entire number of all the obligatory prayers turns into an odd number. And this is consistent because in non-obligatory prayers as well, in Nawafil, when you say the Tahajjud, at the end you add 1 rakat. And that witr turns the whole of the non-obligatory or optional prayers into an odd number. So this is how the 4s and 2s do not contradict the importance of odd numbers. When you add 1 to them, they all become odd in totality. So this is again not accidental. It has an evident system in it, consistency. Both in case of obligatory and non-obligatory prayers, we have this consistent attitude. Please.